What's up, people? Mike here, and this is The Last of Us Grounded difficulty walkthrough. So it's been a while. I kind of been in like a period of wanting to do guides, but not really having any motivation to do some of the games I wanted to do. I wanted to do one for the new Tomb Raider game, but I kind of hit a point where it was like I couldn't motivate myself to actually go through on the hardest difficulty there to make a guide that would work. So I kind of put that off. I had like about 3 videos recorded of it too, but I just couldn't get the motivation to do the voiceovers or anything, so I just canceled it before I put anything else up. And as I started thinking about it, I was like, well, I've been wanting to do a guide for The Last of Us since like the game fucking came out, like 4 years ago? 5 years ago? I feel like it was, yeah, something like that. Especially once the remaster came out on PS4. And I just never had the time or motivation to be able to properly do it. And so with the second game probably coming out next year, maybe, I don't know. I say next year, I'm recording this on New Year's Eve, so it's still technically 2018. So the second game could be coming out in 2019. Who fucking knows? I don't know what the hell the game is at this point.
Take cover.
But
You ready?
I figured, you know, the new game should be coming out within the next 12 months. So let me finally do this guide like I've been wanting to do. And I haven't really mentioned a whole lot at the beginning of this thing because this early point isn't really too difficult. The first 2 sections here, you know, they're not super difficult if you have the time and motivation to not get overly aggressive. That first area with the infected, I actually had to reload my checkpoint because for some reason when I walked through the doorway after choking out that first dude, the infected for some reason were just automatically like hostile towards me, and I don't even know what happened. So that could randomly happen to you, I don't know, but you should just be able to walk through that doorway and up the stairs. And I ended up having to fight them because once I dropped down to the open area, I ran when I should have kept crouch walking, because for some reason, even though I'm outside, I guess those assholes were able to hear me running or something, I don't know. But when you deal with the 2 guys in that kind of combat room area, whatever the hell you want to call it, you have like a 50-50 chance of getting ammo from them. I actually ended up getting lucky and I got ammo from both of them. And then other times when I've gotten nothing from them, or I've only gotten like a bullet from one of them. So it's really a toss-up on whether or not you'll get ammo from those first 2 guys. And especially for the rest of the game, certain enemies that you kill, you might get something from them, you might not. It it's very much roll the dice and see what you get. So sometimes you'll get very lucky with ammo drops from the enemies or supplies from the infected. Sometimes you'll kill one of them, you might get like some bandages for some reason, who knows, or some rags or whatever the fuck it is. It's random. But what I'm trying to do with this guide is I want to try and cut out as much of the downtime, or like the slow points where I'm just going from point to point. I do want to try and keep in moments of supply pickups, just for the basis of depending on if this is only like, if you're using this guide for like your second time through the game, maybe there's a supply pickup that will show you, be like, oh hey, I never went into that building and never knew those supplies were there or something. So I think there's a couple points in, I think the next video, I think I cut out a section of picking up supplies, just because it kind of is like a long section, but it's like very much on the path of where you're going, so I didn't see the point of including it. But when you get up into this area, you can basically stealth this entire room. I waited to choke that guy out because I have had one of the guys walking by for some reason still be able to see what was happening. It's weird. But you want to come over here and drag this guy behind the structure, whatever the hell it is. I drag him back there just because one of the guys walking above, there's a chance he might be able to see the guy's body from where you choke him out. So if you pull him behind that little structure, you shouldn't have to worry about him. Now when you grab this guy, again, the guy walking across the walkway, his vision can be very precise sometimes. So you want to try and wait for him to either be completely on the right side. I don't really grab the guy when he's walking on the left, because I feel like when he walks back, he's gonna see you choking the guy out. And then it's just really a matter of, you know, waiting for this next guy to get over here. If you're quick enough, you can kind of grab him from a corner and choke him out. And then I think no matter what, once you have the last guy left, he just automatically kind of goes into kind of an alert mode, where he's like, he knows something's wrong, but he still goes on his normal path. I don't know, it's weird. I've had times where he just all of a sudden just, even if he didn't see me choking the guy out, he just automatically starts going on a path to try and find where I am. But once he's taken care of, you want to pick up that shiv, and then there's a first aid kit here that will come in very handy. And then when you get down here, conveniently there's another shiv on these boxes. I'm not sure why that's there. It's there on every difficulty So it's one of those early points of the game where it's like, here, have this. So and this guy you can just choke out here. You don't have to drag him away or anything because no one fucking sees him. And then where I throw this brick to get this guy away from looking where he is by the door, I kind of throw it in not the right spot. I end up throwing the brick towards the door so that I can choke the guy out, but I should have thrown it more to like the left side, kind of like towards that kind of blue crate or whatever the hell that thing is, like kind of like past the door or to the side of the door. So I kind of like threw it like at the door when I should have thrown it like more to the left, but I was able to still choke the guy out and not have to worry about the other people. So in the end, it really didn't matter, but it's just one of those things that you think about after the fact of recording, where it's like, well, I probably could have done this and made it a little bit better. But once you get here, you know, you gotta chase him, whatever. This little bit here, I kind of included just because when you come out of that cutscene, if you come over here, there's like a bunch of supplies you can pick up. I never knew those were there until my first time through the game on Grounded, where I just happened to walk over there and it's like, oh, I never knew all these supplies were here. So I felt the need to include that just in case you never knew that was there. And then this next area, I kind of misremembered the enemy placement, mostly for the fact that I forgot that the soldier that comes up the stairs after the guys here kind of get set in their placement. So I unfortunately end up having to fight the last two guys because I misremembered. So for some reason in my head, the guy walking over, I don't know why, but in my head I had the thought that he goes down the stairs and then comes back up after, but I completely forgot that the guy coming up the stairs is a third guy to add on to the two guys here. So I end up choking this guy out, I think right as he's coming up the stairs. So at this point I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot he comes up the stairs. Impressive. So now I'm kind of like in the point of, well, he doesn't know I'm here yet, so maybe I can get lucky and get behind him and choke him out without the other guy getting alert. Because right now that guy's just standing there. But for some reason, as soon as I turned around here, I guess he just happened to turn around and noticed me. So at this point, now I just need to beat the shit out of them and go to the door, and that's pretty much it for this area.